Striving for Light Survival is a game similar to Vampire Survivors, except the levels are much smaller, and instead of just carrying on continuously until the final boss, you have a time limit for each wave, and the idea is to kill as many enemies as you can in order to gather the things to level up before the time runs out. This adds a difficulty to the game that means that if you don't collect enough to level up, then you kind of go into the next stage weaker. Now, in order to level up in this game, you have to collect light. Light is collected from enemies that you kill. But at the end of the wave, if you haven't collected enough light, some of that light converts into elite enemies, which are enemies that are a lot harder to kill, and it gives you a lot more difficulty for the next stage. This means that if you become too powerful, then essentially you'll kill more enemies that are not in the area where you currently are. You then have to travel around the entire area of the map, which is, like I said, is small, in order to collect these light fragments so that you don't create several elite enemies on the next wave. This definitely makes it a lot more difficult, because if you're just kind of standing around killing enemies without having to move too much, you will create more elite enemies going forward. The game has a skill tree which allows you to put skill points into it to unlock certain benefits, such as increased melee damage, attack speed, or higher health. It also has 3 modifiers that you can collect while you're going through waves that will allow you to change a node that you haven't got collected into a different skill, connect several different nodes together, which allows you to take shortcuts through the skill tree to get to the parts that you want to get to, or just completely respec. What this means is that you have the ability to level up and make your person more powerful, but sometimes you won't have the skills that you need nearby, so you can use one of these modifiers in order to create new branches in between the skill tree to get to where you need to without going through the stuff you don't need. Or you can just change the skills to other ones that are just better. Though it is random, you don't have a choice on it, it can be a better way to level up. At the start of each level, you get to choose the difficulty of the level and the level that you're actually on. It then takes you to a menu that allows you to select a melee weapon, a ranged weapon, and the skills that are available to you in your skill tree. If you don't select all of these skills, then it will randomly fill out the skills in the skill tree with other ones that you don't choose. But if you start to unlock really good skills from playing through and getting through levels, then you can pick the skills that are more beneficial to your playstyle. Also, the melee weapon and ranged weapons and the character that you play as, they all have benefits and they also have downfalls. So you may have a weapon that increases your damage by quite a lot, for example, but it might attack slower, which might not be ideal. You might decide to opt for a weapon that attacks faster but does less damage, and you may select a ranged weapon that does more damage, or you could select one that splits off into more bolts being shot out at a time. The game really gives you the ability to kind of customize your playstyle the way you want to and upgrade your skills the way you want as you go through. One thing that I do really like about this is there's a leaderboard function which gives you an idea of how good people are playing in the game. If you are on YouTube or Twitch, you do have the ability to actually connect your Twitch or YouTube account to that, so when you go on the leaderboards you can see a link to your channel there, or you press the YouTube button and it will take you straight to the channel. What this means as a player is that you can play through, you might find someone's beating your score by quite a lot, but you click on their channel or their stream, Twitch or YouTube, and you can go and watch their video and their content to see how they did better than you. This gives you the ability to learn from your mistakes and see how other people played to learn how you could play better. I don't think this game really compares to games like Vampire Survivors in a way that it's a good game, it's not a large map, there's not a lot more to it, and I think that if you like this kind of game, then obviously Vampire Survivors would probably be a better choice for you. But if you need something different and you want something that's a little less to scale with like smaller maps to go around and just a little bit more tactical thinking, this could be a good game for you to play. I do think it's enjoyable, it is fun, it could be bigger, the maps could be bigger and there could be a lot more to it, but it's a relatively new game and there's quite a lot that could be added if the developers choose to do so. If you are still watching my video now, then I am on the road to 10,000 subscribers, so if you do enjoy my content, then it'd be great if you could hit that subscribe button, because it helps me out a lot and it helps me grow my channel. Also, get down in the comments, let me know if this is the kind of game that you like playing, and check out my other videos up here, because I actually have a video, or 2 videos that are released in 2 parts, Gamescom Game Releases Part 1 and 2, which talks about all of the releases from Gamescom, but instead of 2 hours and 25 minutes long, they're literally less than 30 minutes between the two, so you can get all of the game releases in 30 minutes. Other than that, thank you for watching my video. I've been Lycan from greenlycan Reviews, and I'll see you in the next one.